Hare Krishna to all the Vaishnavas. Welcome to today's evening session on continuation of discussion on Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 4, Chapter 1, Shloka 28 onwards. Before that, we'll sing bhajan by Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur. Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Bihari Gopijana Vallabha Jaya Giravara Dhari Jaya Giravara Dhari Yashoda Nandana Braja Jana Ranjana Yashoda Nandana Braja Jana Ranjana Yamunati Ravanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Bihari Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada, Jaya Gurudeva, Jaya Gurudeva, Gurudeva, Srila Gurudeva. Om Tat Sat. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayam Udirayet Nashtaprayeshva Bhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavat Yuttama Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtiki. Hare Krishna, all Vaishnavas, beautiful devotees. So today we shall be continuing with discussion from Canto 4, entitled The Creation of the Fourth Order, Chapter 1, entitled genealogical tables of the daughters of Manu, Shloka 28 onwards. So please recite the shloka along with me. Eko mayeha Bhagavan vividha pradhanai chitti kritaha prajananaya katham nuyam atragatas tanubhrita manasopi dura bruta prasidata mahaniha vismayo me eko mayeha Bhagavan vividha pradhanai chitti kritaha prajananaya katham nuyam atragatas tanubhritam manasopi durat bruta prasidata mahaniha vismayo me eko mayeha Bhagavan vividha pradhanais chitti kritaha prajananaya katham nuyam atragatas tanubhrita manasopi durat bruta prasidata mahaniha vismayo me. Word meanings. Ekaha, one. Maya, by me. Iha, here. Bhagavan, great personality. Vividha, various. Pradhanaihi, by paraphernalia. Chitti kritaha, fixed in mind. Prajananaya, for begetting a child. Katham, why? Nu, however. Yam, all of you. Atra, here. Agataha, appeared. Tanubhritam, of the embodied. Manasaha, the minds. Api, although. Durat, from far beyond. Bruta, kindly explain. Prasidata, being merciful to me. Mahan, very great. Iha, this. Vismayaha, doubt. May, of mine. Translation by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Maharaj Ki Jai. I called for the Supreme Personality of Godhead, desiring a son like him. And I thought of him only. But although he is far from beyond the mental speculation of man, all three of you have come here. Kindly let me know how you have come, for I am greatly bewildered about this. Purport by His Divine Grace. Atri Muni was confidently aware that the Supreme Personality of Godhead is the Lord of the universe. So he prayed for the one Supreme Lord. He was surprised, therefore, that three of them appeared. Omagnaanatimirandasya Jananjana Shalakaya Chakshur Unmilitam Yenam Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kada Mahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vande Aham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Shri Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhan Vitamscha Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Preshthaya Bhutale Srimate Jayapataka Swaminiti Namini Namo Acharya Padaya Nitakri Prabhadayani Gaurkata Damadaya Nagar Tarini Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Preshthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namini Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Desha Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabho Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhaktavrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Deenabandhu Jagatpate Gopesh Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastate Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sate Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Gaurotishve Namaha Panchatattvatmakam Krishnam Bhaktarupa Swarupakam Bhaktavataram Bhaktakyam Namami Bhakta Shaktikam Anandalila Maya Vigrahaya Hema Bhadivya Chavi Sundaraya Tasmai Mahaprema Rasapradaya Shri Chaitanya Chandraya Namo Namaste Mukam Karoti Vachalam Pangum Langhate Girim Yat Kripatamaham Vande Shri Gurudina Taranam Paramananda Madhavam Shri Chaitanya Ishwaram Vangsha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. So we're continuing with the journey of Atri Muni's wish coming true, but in the form of three personalities. So Atri Muni is a very, very great ascetic, because by the power of his so-called meditation, yogic posture, he basically was able to achieve his goal of calling on the Lord. But the issue is, the three personalities appeared and he is now having doubt, samshaya. So, samshayatma, in Bhagavad Gita, we've covered that. Lord Krishna talks about samshayatma. Why there is samshayatma? So, Atri Muni was not sure about who the Supreme Lord is. He knows the glories of the Supreme Lord, but in an impersonal way. This is what the Brahmavadi state, the people, the Brahmavadis, so-called Brahmavadis, they are known as. So they can present as Jnanis, okay, in the Brahmavadi state. Now, people will say even Ashtanga yogis. No, they're much better, because they happen to concentrate. They know there is an Antaryami. They concentrate on the Lord, form of the Lord. But when they achieve, when they fix their mind on that Lord, then they see the form of the Lord. Then they become completely immersed in the Lord. Is shocked. So what happens with Jnana? You don't come to know at the Jnana stage, you do not have any conception of qualities of the Lord. So this is why they're not, when three personalities come before him, he is not able to identify the Supreme Lord. That's one. The Jnanis, there are three types. Tvam Padartham, that they know that we are the soul, what or even Siksha Guru keeps telling us, Brahma Bhuta Prasannatma, yes, the day before Mataji was also saying, Brahma Bhuta Prasannatma, that we know we are the soul, right? Then there is Tvat Pradartham. They know about the Brahman, the Brahma, the effulgence of the Lord, the impersonal form of the Lord. Then the other one is Ekya Jnana. That's the Mayavads, where they basically know in the Jnana stage that we are supposed to merge. Their knowledge is up to that we are supposed to merge with the Brahman. Now, in that also you have categories like in Mayavadis. Like Mayavadis are mostly that we are God also. That's another thing. They are the complete, they are in offensive stage to the Lord. That's why they fall down a lot. So in the Tvam Pradartham and Tvat Pradartham is still better than the merging with the Brahman. So here he accepts that there is a Supreme Personality, but he does not know the qualities. Whereas in the Ashtanga Yogi stage, the yogi has some conception of the qualities of the Lord. Okay? And the Bhaktas, they know most of the qualities or all the qualities of the Lord. How many qualities? The other day we were talking about when Mamaji was giving class. 64 qualities of the Lord are already enunciated. Right? Now, how will you come to know about this? About the qualities of the Lord? You have to accept the Guru. Normally, if you see in the Western philosophy, or now it is all over the world because everyone's aping that philosophy, it is all about individualism. And the point is, through individual means self-culmination, that through self-reliance, I will rely through my own experience, I will come to a conclusion. Now, we are relying on who? Not on our conclusion, on the Shastra's conclusion. That is called, those conclusions are called Siddhanta. Any individual comes to a conclusion, what is that called? It is called whimsical. It is subjective. It is relative conclusions. So this concept of self-reliance and individualism is completely negated by the Shastras. Yes, individualism is there, but in relation to God. If you go to Shloka 27, in the 6th chapter, you start with like Brahma Bhuta. Now the yogi has realized he is the soul. But the very next shloka, what comes? Brahma Samsparsham. Now he has fixed his mind on the Lord, on the Paramatma. Right? So here, Atri Muni is fixing his mind, meditating on Lord, is in his nirguna form. So he knows there's a supreme Lord, but he is not able to give rupa, guna. Then if no rupa guna, how will you know the leelas? Okay, and how will you know the name? So rupa guna, nama and leela missing, completely missing. So what do we learn from this? Two things. One is, even at Brahmeti platform, if you accept there is a supreme personality of Godhead, you will somehow be blessed. If you're following the Shastras, he's following the meditational format of meditating on the Lord at Brahmeti level, he is going to get a result. And we will see he got the result. So there is some phala out of it. But then there is another thing, that we get lost. So we should accept a guru. Yesterday, I loved Siksha Guru's response to our Ashwin Prabhuji had asked a question on how do we deal with people. He beautifully respond. You tell him, take shelter of a guru. But shelter of a guru, what? Immediately read Bhagavad Gita. So we have Sadhu Guru Shastra. We have 3 shelters. 3 shelters. Just a week back, we were celebrating Nityananda Trayodashi, right? And we finished the first chapter of, I was talking with Vishnu Priya Mataji the other day. We finished the first chapter of Adi Leela of Chaitanya Charitamrit, 104, 110 shlokas. We should know those shlokas in and out. So beautiful. Now from shloka 84 to 104, Vande Shri Krishna Chaitanya Nityananda Sahodito Gaudoday Pushpavanto Chitrau Sandau Tamo Nudau. What is Sandau? Sandau means Vande Shri Krishna Chaitanya Nityananda Sahodito. Along with Lord Nityananda, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, both these brothers or both these personalities, Panchatattvatmakam Krishnam, Bhakta Rupa, Swarupakam. So both these personalities, what did they do? Sandau, they're bestowing benediction. How? They make us meet 2 Bhagavatas. Bhagavata Shastra and Bhagavata Bhakti Rupa Rasa. Bhakta Rupa Rasa. The person who is a Bhakta, who is a pure devotee. And 2 kinds of benediction they bestow on us. How beautiful is that? There's this very nice shloka. Krishna Krishna Bhakti, then Prema Rupa Nama Sankirtana. They gave us the ultimate direct bhakti. So when we surrender to a guru who introduces to not any Shastra, Bhakti Shastra. Bhakti Shastra means related to Lord Krishna. Definitely we will know Nama, Rupa, Guna, Leela of our Creator. How beautiful is that? Now, should we be proud? No. We should stay humble. We should not feel that we are greater than Atri Muni. No. He's already way beyond us. In terms of controlling senses. As a sadhaka, we're still learning how to dovetail all our activities. Who was telling? Our Mahesh Pandit Prabhuji, Savay Mana Krishna Padaravinda. He was singing that nice shloka from King Ambarisha just the other day. So dovetailing all your senses. We cannot control like Atri Muni is controlling. But what we can learn is that we know the object of our prayers. That's what we can learn. So we are not in the dark. So Vande Shri Krishna Chaitanya Nityananda Sahodito Gododaye Pushpabantav. They are like sun and moon illumination. What do sun and moon? They're a million times better than that. What do? They dissipate darkness. Lord Chaitanya and Lord Nityananda, they dissipated ignorance. Nityananda Sahodita Gododaye Pushpabantav. They arose in the eastern horizon of Gaudadesh. Chitrao Sandao. Now Sandao, dissipating ignorance. Dissipating ignorance of two kinds. Explained there only in the same chapter, first chapter. Kaitaba Dharma and Shubha Shubha Karma. Kaitaba, the Kaviyatri Mataji was asking Siksha Guru, what is Kaitaba? So the four Purushas, you're following the four Purushartha, but for material gain. Not Karma Arpanam, which is the starting point. Karma Arpanam, that all your karmas, you're offering it to the Lord, not worried about the result. Okay, it can be good and bad. You have to accept that fate. Right? Even again, Mataji, Nilima Mataji was talking to me the other day, and she's saying that Mataji's husband is in the hospital. It's very scary. And just suddenly struck me, yes, it is scary. Yes, death is very scary. The unknown future is very scary. But shelter to a guru and shelter to Krishna, that is not scary. That's beautiful. That is a known fact, a known destination, an assurance by Lord Krishna, by our Creator himself, that he will not leave us in lurch. Don't worry, that wherever we are, whichever state we are in, we will always remember Krishna. Right? So that state of accepting a guru and then guru's instruction and doing swadhyaya through shastras and then doing sangha, right? Satsanga, it's very important. Sadhu sangha is very important. These three factors, the five panchanga of sadhana bhakti, very potent for devotional service, is very important. But Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur said that, there is a well, a dark well, a deep well. And on top of the well, there are 4 ropes which are hanging. Okay, 4 ropes. And all of us are in that well. That well is dark, full of ignorance. Okay. And we are all in that well of material world. And these 4 ropes are that of 4 Vaishnava Sampradayas. How powerful is that? And those Vaishnava Sampradayas will pull out the soul from the material mire, from the concept of self-reliance, from the concept of just individualism or individuality without connection to the Creator. That concept, they will dovetail towards Krishna. Self-reliance to Rakshishyati Vishwaso, the third limb of 6 forms of surrender. Rakshishyati Vishwaso, that only Lord Krishna can protect me. I only have to be dependent on him. That's that limb, that state we have to reach. So Atri Muni, not knowing the form of the object, is asking the 3 Guna avatars. Dearest Lord, I called for the Supreme Lord. the Jagadishwara. Who are you? Which one is Jagadishwara? Okay. Oops, we have 5 minutes. Sorry, I got completely immersed. Let's go to the next shloka. Shloka 29. Maitreya Uvacha iti tasya vachah. Hare Krishna. Iti tasya vachah shrutva trayaste vibudhar shabhaha pratyahuhu shlakshnaya shlakshna shlakshnaya. It's a difficult word. Shlakshnaya vacha prahasya tamrisham prabho. Word meanings. Maitreya vacha. The sage Maitreya said, iti, thus, tasya, his, vachaha, words, shrutva, after hearing, trayahate, all three, vibudha, demigods, rishabhaha, chiefs, pratyahuhu, replied, shlakshanaya, shlakshanaya, Harival, gentle, vacha, voices, prahasya, smiling, tam, unto him, rishim, the great sage, prabho, Almighty One. Translation by His Divine Grace. The great sage Maitreya continued, upon hearing Atri Muni speak in that way, the three great deities smiled, and they replied in the following sweet words. Shloka 30. Deva uchuhu yatha kritaste sankalpo bhavyam te naiva nanyatha satsankalpasya te brahman yadvaidhyayati te vayam. Word meanings. Deva uchuhu, the demigods replied, yatha, as, kritaha, done, te, by you, sankalpaha, determination, bhavyam, to be done, tena eva, by that, na anyatha, not otherwise, sat sankalpasya, one whose determination is never lost, te, of you, Brahman, oh dear Brahmana, yet that which, by certainly, dhyayati, meditating, te, all of them, vayam, we are. Translation by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. The three deities told Atri Muni, dear Brahmana, you're perfect in your determination. And therefore, as you have decided, so it will happen. It will not happen otherwise. We are all the same person upon whom you were meditating. And therefore, we have all come to you. Purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Atri Muni unspecifically thought of the personality of Godhead, the Lord of the universe, although he had no clear idea of the Lord of the universe, nor of his specific form. Mahavishnu, from whose breathing millions of universes emanate and into whom they are again withdrawn, may be accepted as the Lord of the universe. Garbhodakshai Vishnu, from whose abdomen sprouted the lotus flower, which is the birthplace of Brahma, may also be considered the Lord of the universe. Similarly, Kshirodakshai Vishnu, who is the super soul of all living entities, may also be considered the Lord of the universe. Then under the order of the Kshirodakshai Vishnu, the Vishnu form within this universe, Lord Brahma and Lord Shiva may also be accepted as the lords of the universe. Vishnu is the Lord of the universe because he is its maintainer. Similarly, Brahma creates different planetary systems and the population. So he also may be considered the Lord of the universe, or Lord Shiva, who is ultimately the destroyer of the universe, also may be considered its Lord. Therefore, since Atri Muni did not specifically mention whom he wanted of all three, Brahma, Vishnu, and Lord Shiva came before him. They said, since you were thinking of having a son exactly like the Supreme Personality of Godhead, the Lord of the universe, your determination will be fulfilled. In other words, one's determination is fulfilled according to the strength of one's devotion, as stated in Bhagavad Gita 9.25. Yanti deva vrata devan pitrin yanti pitravrataha. If one is attached to a particular demigod, one is promoted to the abode of that demigod. If one is attached to the pitas or forefathers, one is promoted to their planet. And similarly, if one is attached to the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna, one is promoted to the abode of Lord Krishna. Atri Muni had no clear conception of the Lord of the universe. Therefore, the three presiding deities, who are actually the lords of the universe in the three departments of the modes of nature, all came before him. Now, according to the strength of his determination for a son, his desire would be fulfilled by the grace of the Lord. What a beautiful purport by Srila Prabhupada. So, here Atri Muni is meditating, and their meditation is not void. Their meditation is full of mantras, shastric mantras. So very important to know that. It's like when we say when a president, we sometimes see Lord Krishna, they depict in painting alone. He's never alone. He's always with his associates. So there is this wrong conception where he's alone. So exactly when a person is meditating, especially when you see an Ashtanga yogi, you can be sure he knows the Shastras and the mantras to meditate. That's how they are very powerful. They become very powerful, very yogic. So he's now meditating on mantras and calling on Lord. Mantras calling on Lord. Now the mantras he used was mantras related to Guna avatars. So there is this nice episode, even in Canto 6, when Twashta was very angry that Lord Indra killed his son Vishwarupa. And so he said, that's it, I'm going to call upon the enemy of Indra and kill through sacrifice and kill Indra. So now what he's doing sacrifices, and he is pronouncing mantras. The intonation or the pronunciation of word is very important. Like just now, I could not say the word shlakshana ya. It's very important because the whole word meaning changes. Like even Siksha Guru said, like a particular shlok, a particular Sanskrit word, if applied in different sentences, could mean completely different, the same word, because that word would have 5,000 meanings according to where its application is. Same goes in even in Anushtup Chanda, where the word is put in the first quarter, second quarter, third or fourth quarter, the meaning could change. So it matters how one pronounces the mantras to call upon their object. So when Twashta was doing the sacrifice, he basically pronounced Indra Shatru, okay? Indra Shatru. So he says, "Oh, enemy of the Indra, come with all power and destroy Indra." But what he pronounced was, "Oh, Indra, oh, enemy, destroy. Oh, Indra, oh, enemy, use all your power and destroy the person who comes out of the fire sacrifice." So that pronunciation, intonation completely changed the result. Came Vritrasura, and something else only happened in that whole episode. Beautiful episode. So Atri Muni was very sure of his prowess of mysticism, but the result of his prowess, his so-called faith on the mantras, was not of what he expected. Something else came out. It came out as benediction. It came out as blessing, because he happened to be meditating on the Supreme Lord. So from next shloka onwards, I have taken 5 minutes more, sorry. From next shloka onwards, we will know what's going on. So I'll end my class here. I'm sorry, there was not enough time to explain shlokas. So if anyone has any question, you can please ask Siksha Guru. Put it in the forum now. Haribol, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Granth Raj Srimad Bhagavatam class ki jai. Sorry.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Hare Krishna Prabhuji, all Vaishnavas, Dandavata Pranam. And more